Hey guys, so today's topic of discussion is impressions, the impressions that we make on people. So, earlier I was a firm believer of the idiom like proverb saying that you never get a second chance to make a good first impression, and first impression is the last impression. But now I found them to be totally wrong fallacies, not by any theoretical influence, but by sheer personal experience and witness. So, this experience only I want to share with you all in the form of a short story here. Uh, this story is, I think, 10 to 12 years old, and when I was in, I think, class 12th or class 11th. And even after a lapse of 10 to 12 years, I still very clearly visualize the innocent, saintly face of this person named as Itwa. It's an unusual name. He was actually a tribal guy who hailed from Chaibasa, which is now in Jharkhand. Um, this guy Itwa had a very stout physique. He was a jet, dark-skinned tribal guy, and was a common helping hand basically to almost the whole of our small locality in Lucknow. So from the day I can recall, I have seen Itwa doing all sorts of small time household jobs like fetching grocery, vegetables, milk, coal, cooking gas, etc., as well as doing any kind of task, whether small or big, dirty or clean, just for a meager payment in lieu. So he used to accompany me and many other children of the locality to school, and also used to bring us back to home. So I had never seen Itwa refusing to do any work and demanding any money in return. He used to accept anything he was offered, whether cash or kind, for his work, and never complained or showed any sort of discontentment. And often Itwa was subjected to exploitation by getting underpaid, but nothing could ever diminish his magical smile. So nobody knew where he lived and what was his family like, but we could found him in the locality, ready to act and move every early morning in all the weathers and in all sorts of odds and events. He used to walk barefooted and wear old clothes given by the local residents of any size or any condition. His extreme simplicity and gullibility was like his decorative ornaments, and each and everybody of our vicinity, including myself, used to really like him. It was one evening of November while I was coming back from my coaching classes. I found a lady profusely crying, holding her small ailing child, about 4 years old son, to her lap. She was begging some money for her child's treatment and was surrounded by a big crowd. So I too stopped to have a glance and talk. Then I saw Itwa coming there. He did not notice me. Seeing the crying lady, he gave all the coins and notes he was holding in his palm. Uh, and that the amount which he gave to the lady must have been his entire day's earning by hard labor. But and then just after giving the money, he hurriedly went away. I was really moved to see the large heart and generosity of this damn poor soul. I too immediately gave away the 50 rupees note, and that was meant for purchasing some subject registers or something. So in the locality, everybody knew me and Itwa, so almost everybody in the crowd instantly followed us, and within no time, the lady collected some substantive amount of money and blessing, and blessing everybody and feeling gratitude. So she slowly went away. I was still mesmerized by the human that dwelt inside Itwa. So, my next dramatic meeting with Itwa was 3 months later at Lucknow railway station while I was leaving for Ghaziabad to appear in a competitive examination. He met me there with his wife and son. Both husband and wife touched my feet, and after exchange of some pleasantries, Itwa told me that he was going to visit his native place at Chaivasa. But stunned, I immediately recognized the lady with the child being the same collecting money near my coaching college 3 months ago. I did not disclose anything to Itwa. The child was still sleeping or in some sort of senselessness. On inquiry, Itwa disclosed that the child was deliberately given a small dose of opium sedation to remain asleep, as he was hyperactive and naughty boy and could become problematic during long train journeys. So, I still recall the innocent, gullible face of an angel and devil simultaneously, but with a caution that first impression can be misleading, and if we wish to know a person, we may have to wait even an era, as there may be many persons dwelling within a single person. So this was the short story about it. Uh, let me know your thoughts about this story and also about this topic of first impression. That's all for today. Thank you, guys. Take care.